You know what? I shouldn't have went this way. Oh. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to my third video on the Eahora Romeo Ultra II. That is a very long name for a very, very huge bike. It's sitting right behind me. This is a night video, baby. So we're going to be testing out the headlight. Let's give you guys a good look at the headlight at night before we start riding it. Looks really bright. You have the ring around the edges right here. You also have the big light right in the middle. And it does have a sensor. So I don't know exactly where the sensor's at, but it's somewhere in the front because every single time I move my hand over it, it actually turns off. But it is a cool thing because when it is nighttime, I didn't actually have to turn this headlight on by myself at all. There is a button. If you do come over here and you hold this headlight button, you can turn it on and off. So you can see that this change on the display right here. The display gets dimmer and then you can see the headlight button, but you don't have to do that. It automatically does it. Now let's move on to the back. You can see our brake light. Now there is no turn signals on this bike whatsoever. Just keep in mind, brake light looks really good, to be honest. It is a little bit tucked away underneath the seat, so a side profile right here, you guys can kind of get an idea of that. I'll step pretty far away from the bike to give you guys an idea. We're also shooting on a super wide angle camera, so I'm actually not that far. I'm like 10 feet away from the bike, but it looks super far. But it looks really good. One thing that did happen on this bike since the last 2 trips we've done, we have 40 miles on this bike so far. We're still on the same battery charge, so we're doing a range test as well. I lost the bolt to this right here, and all I did is use a zip tie to put that on. Not a big deal. And we are at 57.3 volts. That is literally like 48-50%. So it's so crazy, the range of this bike. And I guaranteed you guys, you would for sure get 70 to 80 miles of range on this bike, and that is for certain. This is definitely a very good bike for range, and I have been hauling ass everywhere. I had to go slow sometimes with traffic, but this is a fantastic bike. So without further ado, let's go out and check out these headlights and also kind of do a little bit more of a range test. This is gonna be a last range test, probably last video. Maybe I'll take this thing another day when we go super far because this is the best range e-bike I currently have in my possession. So it's really gonna come in handy when we need to do long trips. So I might keep it for a little bit. Let me know, drop a comment and let me know if I should do more videos on this. You let me know. Anyways, let's get on the bike and go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. We're on the bike. I got the headlight adjusted a little bit, but I noticed that when I brake and the suspension goes down, it definitely needs to be lifted up a little bit. I tightened the crap out of this thing, so I'm gonna put it about like that. Now this bike does not have a high and low beam, it just has one beam. It looks like a high and low beam combined. It looks like they're both activated, but I love it. I mean, so far it's looking good. I don't think I'm having any issues. It's not too shabby. I mean, it is pretty bright right here. There's a bunch of street lights in this area. If we get to a dark area, you guys might be able to see it a little bit better. Here's another issue I've been having with this bike, just a little bit, nothing crazy. But this side of the hydraulic lever, I can feel that it's either getting air in it's leaking, but I looked, didn't see any leaks on the hoses whatsoever. I used my hands, felt around, no drips underneath the bike. So I think there's an air pocket somewhere in there. It's getting air somehow. So I gotta go in there and look at it because for some reason the brakes are really soft and squishy every time I get on it. After you pump them like 2 times, it goes to like full hardness. But here we go. This is a nice street right here to give you a good look at this headlight. I am not complaining. I could definitely see over in this lane. I can see over in the shoulder if this was a sidewalk or something like that. Definitely looks really, really nice. I am not hating. But we will get to a darker section in a little bit because we're gonna be coming up here where they haven't built houses yet and it's gonna be really dark. I've been enjoying this bike so far. I don't normally push bikes on this channel too much. I'll just tell you, hey, you either buy it or you don't. I really can't push this bike too much because it's so expensive. If you guys really can afford this though, it is an awesome bike. There's only 2 bike companies that you compare against, you know, and you already know the other name of the other bike. It starts with an A, and this one is Eahora. So you get an idea of what other bike I'm talking about, right? Those are the only 2 bikes in the game that are putting out 60, 70, 80 amp hour batteries. So just keep that in mind that this is gonna be a really awesome bike for people looking for range. I love it. I mean, this is the best bike, seriously, I have in a long time. I had the Onyx RCR and I spent like $2,400 and I put a huge battery on it, 55 amp hours on 72 volt, and this thing is still bigger than that, and this gets way more range. It is heavier than the Onyx RCR though. That was the heaviest bike I've ever had. I mean, if you have some custom builds and whatnot, they do get pretty heavy. But hands down, this is a super heavy bike. Perfect. Look how dark it is over here. Pitch black. I'm gonna lift it up just a hair so I know it sags a little bit, especially like when you have the suspension down. So when I push on it, see how it goes down. But this is a badass headlight. Not shabby at all. Now, one thing this bike should have came with is turn signals. Let me show you guys the brake light real quick. And hold on. What's the brake light doing? Wait a minute, that's your brake light? Oh man, okay. I'm gonna deduct a point for this review because I did not know that this brake light flashes. Come on now. That does not tell anybody anything. It almost kind of looks like a turn signal. Even a turn signal would be brighter than that. So I'm kind of disappointed in that tail light. It's bright when it's stationary, but it doesn't get brighter. It barely flashes. And I wish I had like a string to pull so I could show you guys from a distance on how it looks. But I can only go so far with one hand. But that's crazy. Now, one thing that I wish you could take off of this bike was the braking mechanism where you have to hold the brakes. They did this on their motorcycle too, the M1 PS, so you have to hold the brakes. Then you will be able to go. And I don't know if you guys noticed, and I think I mentioned this already, but we've only been in one motor this whole entire time. That's why I haven't been going super fast. So that's kind of how the bike performs on the rear motor. It feels like it does definitely feel faster than obviously a 28-mile-an-hour bike and 750 watts. It definitely feels like it has like, I mean, it is 2,500 watts in the rear, but since you're pushing 200 pounds, it kind of feels similar to maybe a 1,000 watt or maybe a 1,250 watt e-bike that's probably half the weight, like 90 to 100 pounds. But as soon as you turn on that other motor, this thing rips. This thing absolutely moves. Dude, this thing is a badass machine when you got both those motors running. And the range, I still can't believe that the range that we're getting on this bike, and I have never put it in a rear or front motor for longer than, I don't know, it just did a cutout right there, that's weird. For a long period of time, like longer than a mile, I have not put it in one single motor. It's always been in dual motor. The whole entire time I've been rocking with this bike. So that just goes to show you, this bike is gonna last you forever. The only thing that's gonna slow you down is if you end up getting a flat, but that's inevitable. That can happen on anything. That can happen in your car too, going on a 4-hour trip somewhere, you know what I mean? It just could happen. It's a little bit more easier on bike tires, but these are some really thick tires. I really like them, so I'm really not worried. I think if you guys like, and I see your guys' comments about wanting to put this bike back on the channel after today's video, I will go take it out in the mountains and we'll go explore way out there because we can go super far. And I'm gonna go into the settings real quick. It's something I actually haven't shown you guys yet. So to get into the advanced settings, or I guess the settings in general, you don't need any type of password whatsoever. The first thing, display settings, advanced settings, information, and exit. So you hit the I button to go in there, and you have trip reset, the unit. So if you want mile per hour, kilometers per hour, the brightness of the screen, you can see your voltage or battery percentage. I'm gonna leave it on voltage. You have auto off, where it will turn the display and bike off in 5 minutes. Your sensitivity for your lights coming on, I had that at 3. Voltage is at 60. And then you go in the advanced settings. Look, no password whatsoever. I never put a password into this bike, all right? So if it doesn't go as fast as you think it's gonna go, you gotta go in the advanced settings. So here we go. Assist level, 0 to 5, you can change that. You got your wheel right here, 29-inch. It matches pretty decently. I'm pretty sure I could change that to get it dialed in pretty good because I think it's like 2 miles an hour off. Speed limit. This is what you really want to change when you get the bike if it's not unlocked for you. 62 miles an hour, or you can go down to 1. So if you want someone to ride it that you're a little bit uncomfortable going super fast, you could do that. And then we go down to current limit. It goes up to 31 amps. I'm assuming it has 2 controllers because you have 2 motors. So we're probably getting 62 amps if you plus those together, but it's 31 amps from each controller for sure. Speed sensor, 6, you don't mess with that. Assist numbers, I'm not messing with that. Sensitivity, I'm not messing with that. Slow start, this is something that you might want to change. 4 is the highest you can go. You can go down to 1, I have it at 4. And then you have throttle, pedal assist, and then you got cruise, which cruise control's on. You might want to turn that off if you don't like that. And then you got the information, this just tells you the software, the display. And then exit. And that's pretty much all you really need to know on this bike. There's really nothing to it. I mean, right out of the box, I don't even think I had to unlock it. But if you have to do it, that's how easy it is. Plus, hold the plus and minus button, and you're good to go. Let's jump off the curb. Oh! Well. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, so something hit. Oh, man, so the suspension came down so much. Wow, that's something to point out. So the suspension came down so much that right here, this hit the headlight up and pointed it up like that. That's how my headlight came so loose. And look, it's already loose again. Ooh, that is that's a problem. That is definitely something I really didn't even think about. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, if you are, you don't have enough air in the suspension and you don't have it adjusted correctly for your weight, or you really just like bomb a hill and really hit a pothole, then definitely, wow, I gotta bring some tools with me. I tightened the crap out of those screws too, and it loosened it up right away. But the good thing is, it doesn't look like it's moving right now, but I have a feeling we might have to adjust it, so that's unfortunate. You do have a horn on here if you haven't seen any of my other videos on this thing. I'll just show you really quick. This thing is fast enough to stay in the street, so that's why I'm over here, and it looks like there is not a single person behind me. That car is barely moving away from me. They're probably doing about 50. And if this battery was charged, I would be able to do 50. This bike has done 49 miles an hour solid for me. When it's kind of on a certain hill, or maybe the controllers or the motors are heating up or something like that, I noticed it does about 46 to 47 on average. That is still fantastic, but I have seen 50 miles an hour on this bike for a brief second. Tell Happy TV did a review and he got 51 miles an hour. So good for him. I think he's heavier than me, so I don't know if it was just the road, the day, I have no idea. Maybe his charge, maybe his battery was more warmed up than mine, because if the battery was more warmed up, it would actually go a little bit faster. And it's been pretty nice and cold over here. Like right now, I think it's like 60 something outside. It feels really nice. It's really chilly. So it's a nice, beautiful day to be riding a huge bike, and I think people should be able to see me. I am a little worried about braking though. I really feel like people aren't gonna see when I'm braking. And turn signals, I just wish this bike, for the price point, and a lot of people mentioned this in my first video, it should have had turn signals. I really think they should have added that on there. The brakes are great, other than the issue I've been having with the brake lever. The huge tires, I mean, sitting up so high. Cable management is great on this bike as well too. I gotta see if I got a bike lane on this road or not. All right, there's no one here, so we're good. Oh, there is a bike lane, sweet, all right. So we got a ways before some cars come, so I guess we can ride in the street if we want. Oh my God, now my headlight's moving. Oh God, I'm probably blinding a few amount of people. That is crazy. That's something you have to note about this bike, is that now it's having a cutout. And I think it has a cutout based on your voltage. Because before, it was hitting like a cutout of like 44 or 45 miles an hour. And now, it's hitting a cutout of like 42. I'm not mad about it, but I'm wondering why. It has to be a safety thing. It definitely has to be a safety thing. Man, I should have went back home. And that was a cop. Let's see if we get pulled over. This is my first time passing a cop in Madera. I've been behind one before, but yeah, I don't know, we'll see. But I guess we could turn around and see. And we're good. We are good. That does worry me. It's a new area. Fresno, they don't care about fast bikes. Madera might, because it's a more smaller area where I'm at off the 41. I'm not off the 99. If I was in the old Madera over there, whoa, the cutout scares the crap out of me every time. I'd be a little bit more worried about the cops. But yeah, so far, so good. Unless that's a cop back there and he's pacing me. He's like, oh, let's pace this guy. See how he does. Now I realized I forgot to bring my aftermarket headlight because I really wanted to test it out, but I'll tell you guys right now, you do not need an aftermarket light for this thing. Just make sure you tighten the crap out of this and make sure you don't bottom out your suspension. That's all I gotta say. And you should be good. Let's cut across here real quick. Shouldn't be taking a motorcycle on the sidewalk. That's what so many people say. What is that? Oh boy, man, that was nice. Got some nice cars in this area. One of my neighbors has a McLaren, the 720S. Man, I really want Dutch. I think they're still open, but it's all good. I don't have nowhere to hold it. This is a nice little area to shop. Nothing really crazy out here. Looks like you have a little cut through. Look at this. This is made for a bike, baby. Even though this bike is big, I fit through that perfectly well. Heck yeah. Oh, I love it, man. I love it. I could just go everywhere in this damn bike. It's cool because this bike is going to take you places that no other e-bike has been able to take you. If you have bought an e-bike in the past, spent $1,000 because you're like, I'm not spending like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 on a bike. And this thing with my discount code, I believe it's about $3,500 bucks. But I'm just saying, it's a lot of money Well, there's no registration, there's no insurance. If you're really strict on laws, then of course, like, you know, hold off on getting this bike and, you know, get a legal bike in your area. If cops don't really care about your area, go out there and have some fun. That's all I gotta say. I really think this is gonna be a bike that you are gonna love, because your other bike that costs you $1,000 isn't going to take you as far as this thing will. You want to go meet up with your friends on the other side of your city, but you don't have a truck or a car to bring your bike in. Now, if you have a foldable bike, hey, all granted to you, that's great, you know? But foldable bikes do feel a little finicky, and they don't feel as good as a solid bike. This thing feels like a monster. It feels like a tank. I feel like I'm on a Hummer or an actual, like, tank where you can just run over shit. It's such a big bike. Like, it's absolutely awesome. I seriously love the fact that if these guys go do a group ride in, say, Clovis, and I'm in Madera, I will make it all day long, as fast as I want. I don't have to regulate my power. I can have a huge amount of fun on this bike. Where are you seriously going to find a 60-volt e-bike? 60-volt, keep in mind, with an 80-amp-hour battery that has a 50-mile-per-hour top speed. Like, every bike will go down in speed. That's why we're not getting there right now. But seriously, think about it. For like $3,600, somewhere around there. Again, you have to plug in my discount code to their website. I haven't even personally tried it. They just changed my coupon code, so it's Eahora Driver, I believe. I really wish it was still MrCentralDriver, keep it all the same for all my affiliates and everything like that. But seriously, you should get really good range, and you know, the price is worth it. I really think the price is worth it. I don't think you're gonna have a problem. Thought that was a cop for a second, but it's not. It's a retired cop car. Man, I am still on the move, so this bike can go down to 48 volts, and right now I am at 54.4, and that's on the throttle. On the throttle, guys. If I let off and go park the bike for a little bit, it will jump up a little bit. I am literally making a circle all the way around where I stay at. I am already at Children's Exit and 41, which is Avenue 9. I'm literally making a whole circle. I'm gonna go all the way back to my house, and of course I'll update you guys when we get to the end. But I mean, this is just fantastic bike. Now, turning wise, especially with this light, I wish this light was a little bit up there, but turning this bike is so heavy. It is so heavy. Now, it's really, really not that bad, but I mean, it's still fun. Let me pedal. Let me show people on the bike. Let's go, let's go. Oh, I forgot that cutout. Man. You know what? I shouldn't have went this way. No, oh. I can't see. I can't see. Oh, man, my headlight. Okay. That was scary as crap. So, let's not do that again. Holy moly. I did not know where the bike lane or the street ended. I am so new to this area. I almost had a major wreck. I thought I was flipping over the handlebars. I thought I was done. I seriously thought I was done. I knew it was a bad idea to take this road, because I really remembered that when I drive my car on this road, and I've only taken this road like 3 or 4 times since we've been coming out this way, there are potholes and big holes, seriously, on the side from all the water that sits. Like, look at this. You see that? If I were to hit that, I might bend a rim or, you know, mess something up. So no one's behind us right now. The bike seems like it's holding on. If we wanted to, we could take a shortcut going that way, but I'm gonna go all the way around like I told you guys, because I'm trying to do the real range test. And oh my God, like, I scared the crap out of myself. Like, that was scary. That was definitely bad. Oh, I just don't want to do that again. Did you see that? Did you see that big old hole in the side? Oh my God, I don't want to do that again. Gotta be careful out here in the streets, guys. Even me. I mean, I've been doing e-bike stuff since 2021, and yeah, you just never know, you know? I went down on a skateboard one time, and look at this, holy crap. Oh, now the bike takes bumps really well. The seat is uncomfortable, I'll tell you that. Like, it's like a 6.5 out of 10. It could be better. Oh my God, the headlight is not staying. I hit so many bumps now that it does not want to stay up there. It does not want to stay. Make sure there's no cars behind me. Okay, we're still good. Woo! At least this other street I'll get on will be a little bit more comfortable, but wow. What a night, guys. What a night. We're going to start on another video soon of another bike. I'm not going to mention the name, but I know you guys are very, very much likely going to want to watch that video. You guys are going to love it. And again, you got to drop a comment if you want me to do another one on this. Right now I'm at 53.6 volts. I will update you guys when I get to the house with the range and everything like that. All right, guys, so what a perfect time to end this video. We just hit 51 miles on this bike, which means if we take away that 1 mile I told you guys about, we hit 50 miles of range on one battery charge. And we are looking at 53.4 on the display right here. That is absolutely awesome. We did 10.8 miles going off of this right here. This is one fantastic bike, and it goes down to 48 volts, and it's just awesome. It's one of the bikes that I really think you guys should consider. And if you guys did enjoy these videos, please smash a like on it. It really helps me on the algorithm. And also, please, if you guys can, use my discount code if you guys plan on buying this bike. So again, see you guys in the next one, whenever that is, and it'll be another bike and another day and another adventure. I'll see you guys. Peace out.